Hello, I'm Josh Rubenstein, Public Information Director for the Los Angeles Police Department. This critical incident community briefing is intended to provide you with information about a law enforcement-related injury, also known as a Leary, that occurred in Van Nuys Division in the city of Los Angeles on September 23, 2020. You're about to see relevant video footage and learn about other evidence and police procedures related to the case, so you can have a better understanding of what occurred based on what we know right now. The LAPD conducts very thorough use of force investigations, which typically require investigators to interview multiple witnesses, view numerous hours of video footage, and analyze a significant amount of forensic evidence. We're still at the very early stages of this investigation, which can often take up to a year to complete, and our understanding of the incident may change as this additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. We also do not draw any conclusions about whether the officers acted consistent with our policies and the law until all the facts are known and the investigation is complete. A word of caution. The images and information you are about to see may be disturbing. When a police officer uses force to arrest a suspect or defend against an attack, it can be graphic and difficult to watch. In addition, there may be strong language used by those shown in the video. Viewer discretion is advised, especially for young children and sensitive viewers.
Hello, I'm Captain Stacy Spell of Media Relations Division of the Los Angeles Police Department, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of an incident that occurred on September 23, 2020 at around 12:45 p.m. A patrol sergeant assigned to Van Nuys Division responded to a 911 call of a citizen following an assault with a deadly weapon suspect in the area of Burnett Avenue and Satakoy Street. Here's the 911 call from this incident.
Yes, hi. I'm calling because there's a guy that pulled out a gun to my brother just the day before yesterday, and he ran away. So the police wasn't able to catch him, but I just spotted him right now, and he's walking towards Chester. And so I would like the cops to come here as soon as possible before he gets to wait again.
Okay, hold on. What is he doing right now?
He's walking with another guy, and he's on Valerio, walking towards Valerio on Chester.
He's on Valerio, walking towards Valerio on Chester?
Yeah.
Ma'am, is he walking on Valerio, or is he walking on Chester?
No, he's walking on Chester.
Okay, towards Valerio.
Towards Valerio, yeah.
Okay. And
around the corner.
Do you know this person?
I saw him the day that he pulled out a gun to my boyfriend's head, and right now he was
your brother.
Well, my boyfriend was there too, but my brother was the one that got the gun on his head, and he pulled the trigger on him, and he was able to get away from the cops.
Do you know him? Do you know who he is?
Yes, I know who he is. I saw him.
No.
I saw him.
Is he like a cousin? Is he a neighbor? Do you know him?
No, he's not. He
okay,
just came.
Listen, ma'am. The guy, is he black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
He's what he calls. He's Hispanic, but he's very light skinned.
About how old does he appear to be?
He looks like he's 18.
And what color shirt is he wearing?
He's wearing a gray shirt, red hat. Gray shirt, red hat, and he's wearing some black pants. And he's right here on the corner of Valerio and Chester.
Right, ma'am. You said that. Do you see any weapons right now?
No, he's carrying the black. He's carrying a black, like a black purse on his, like a fanny pack around his neck. Okay. And that's what he was carrying that day, and that's where he had the gun.
It's like a black fanny pack around his neck?
Yes, yes.
And what's your first name?
My first name is.
Okay, keep a distance so he doesn't see you. And which way is he walking now?
He's standing right down the bus stop of Valerio and Chester right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm like keeping my distance because I recognized him so fast when I saw him. Because I saw his face and everything on that moment that happened. But he got away from the cops. Like he was able to run, and they only got the other guy that was with him.
Okay, and where did this happen when you guys?
This had happened on Chester and Benowen. The day before yesterday, they had K9 dogs and everything looking for him, but he was able to get away. And right now, I was coming towards Chester, and I saw him, so I turned around fast, and I'm just like parked away from him and looking at him because I really don't want him to be on the streets. He has a gun on him.
And was he driving a car or?
No, he's on foot. He's on foot.
Okay, but that day, was he in a car or anything?
No, he was on foot, so he ran.
Okay, was there a shooting, or did he just threaten them with a gun?
He just threatened him with a gun on his head. He pulled the trigger and he put it on the asking him for money and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay.
I just don't want him getting away from. I don't want him getting away again because it's like it's dangerous to have a kid like that with a weapon and doing stuff like that. Like he's robbing people. That's what I know.
Okay, let me go ahead and get officers out that way. Okay, just stay on the line. 1 moment.
As the sergeant drove to the area of the call, he saw the suspect walking eastbound along the sidewalk of Satakoy Street with a male companion and immediately recognized the suspect from a robbery notice that was distributed during the roll call briefing. The sergeant drove up to the suspect and told him to put his hands up. The suspect immediately ran west on Satakoy, south on Noble, where the sergeant pursued the suspect on foot. During the foot pursuit, the sergeant alerted responding units that the suspect was running with a gun in his hand. The suspect continued to mid-block Cabello Street when he tripped and fell forward on the concrete, rolling onto his left shoulder with the gun still in his left hand. The suspect got up and continued to run until he tripped on the curb in front of a residence in the 15,000 block of Cabello Street, where he threw his gun into the bushes and eventually complied with the sergeant's orders and was taken into custody. A minor use of force consisting of body weight to the suspect's back and firm grips to the suspect's wrists was used while handcuffing and taking the suspect into custody. Officers recovered the suspect's loaded 9mm semi-automatic handgun at scene and booked it as evidence. Body-worn video cameras are used by most officers assigned to field duties. They are worn at chest level and capture a general perspective within line of sight from that angle. The angle of the camera prohibits viewers from seeing everything the officer saw and experienced. Upon activation, both audio and video will turn on. However, body-worn video cameras have a buffer of video without audio from the previous 2 minutes prior to activation. This feature is designed to capture incidents that occur suddenly, where an officer doesn't immediately activate the camera. Here's the body-worn video from the officers involved in this incident.
95 units responding to the ADW. The suspects are walking on Satakoy, passing for a net near an unknown middle school or high school.
LAD, I'm going to be code 6 on the suspects.
9 LAD, code 6, that's Missouri.
Put your hands up, bro! I got suspects running southbound Noble, gun in his hand, right hand, gun. Drop the gun! Suspect still southbound Noble, gun in his right hand. Now we're going to be westbound. Stand by for the street. Okay, I'm going to be westbound. Cabello, suspect just fell. Stand by. Get on the ground, bro. It's your only chance.
I get final use of pursuit of a possibly guilty suspect west on Cabello from Noble, rescue backup area. Him, the supervisor, suspect armed with a gun in his right hand.
Still westbound. He's got the gun on his left hand. You gonna do this, bro? You wanna do it? Get on the ground.
Cabello and Noble, Cabello and Noble. Cabello and Noble.
On the ground. Get on the ground. Don't fucking move. Lay in your stomach. Get on your stomach, motherfucker. Hands out to your side.
Ah! Good move. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
You gonna point that fucking gun at me again?
I did it, bro. I was trying to run.
What's he doing?
Next up. Hi, next up. Okay. Hi, next L14 right. Units code 6 on the back of Satakoy. There's 16 guys pull off and back up over in another division.
Straight back against the wall.
Echo 6 code 6 on the pickup.
He's on.
X9.
Oh, it's right there.
Raise 14, we're setting up a perimeter for technical safety. 9X14, Roger. X14, verify the numbers on Satakoy for the
Is on.
X9.
Oh, it's right there.
X14, we're setting up a perimeter for technical safety. 9X14, roger.
Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics transported the suspect to a local hospital where he was treated for a fractured clavicle and cleared for booking by the attending physician. The suspect, who was later identified as a 17-year-old male juvenile, was booked into juvenile detention facility. The following day, the subject was transported to LA County Hospital where he was admitted for injury alleged to have been caused during his arrest. The subject was released from the hospital 4 days later and transported back to juvenile hall. Charges are pending against the subject, who is a 17-year-old resident of Los Angeles.
In the next several months, the LAPD will continue to investigate and analyze this incident. They'll interview any new witnesses that may come forward and complete forensic tests. After the investigation is completed, our Critical Incident Review Division will forward their findings to the Chief of Police, who will make his recommendation to the Civilian Board of Police Commissioners. The board will evaluate the evidence to determine whether the officer's tactics and use of force in this instance met the high standards expected of all LAPD officers. If you'd like more information on how the LAPD and the LA District Attorney's Office investigates all officer-involved shootings and other serious uses of force, visit lapdonline.org, where you can also find LAPD's use of force policies and procedures. Thanks for taking the time to view this Critical Incident Community Briefing.